Welcome to another explainer. Today, we're building a fortress, not out of bricks or steel, but out of data, signals, and smart technology. We're talking about Rings of Defense, the Pet Recovery Tech Toolkit. Let's face it, as pet parents, our absolute worst nightmare is looking back and seeing an empty leash, an open gate, or a slipped collar. But today, we're going to explore how modern technology has basically evolved into this incredibly robust, layered safety net for our furry family members. By the end of this, you're going to know exactly how to safeguard your pets using the literal best tools available today.
Just to put the sheer scale of this issue into perspective, 5,000. According to PetLog, almost 5,000 dogs were reported missing between January 2023 and June 2024. That is a staggering, really jarring statistic that highlights a very real, everyday threat of pet loss. Whether it's a panicked bolt from a loud noise, getting distracted on a walk, or just an accidentally left open door, the unimaginable happens every single day.
Okay, let's dive into this, because there's actually a very hopeful side to this data. While 5,000 is for sure a scary number, 74% of those missing dogs were successfully reunited with their families. And how exactly does that happen? Well, it's not just luck. It proves that proactive technology, things like microchipping and tracking devices, actually works in the real world. So let's break down exactly how you can ensure your pet is in that reunited 74% by building out their rings of defense.
Ring 1. Passive defense. The limitations of microchips and the rise of smart tags.
We're starting our journey with the everyday essentials, the stuff that sits right on your pet's collar. Now, everyone knows about microchips, right? It's a tiny, permanent electronic chip placed right under your pet's skin. It is an incredible permanent backup because, well, it cannot fall off or be easily removed. But, and this is the crucial point, it has a massive blind spot. A microchip actively requires a specialized vet or shelter scanner to read it. It's completely useless to the friendly neighbor who finds your dog wandering down the street without a scanner on hand. They have literally no way to access your contact info in that critical moment.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we solve that exact blind spot. Traditional tags fade, they scratch up, and they only hold a static phone number that requires manual dialing. But modern NFC smart tags from companies like Lost and Found and Toronto Pet ID close that communication gap instantly. A finder simply taps the tag with their smartphone, just like making a contactless payment. Boom! Instantly, your pet's online profile opens up, displaying multiple emergency contacts and crucial medical notes. Plus, the exact moment that tag is scanned, you receive an instant text alert on your phone with the finder's location. Talk about saving precious hours.
Ring 2. Active tracking. The GPS tracker landscape.
So, what happens if nobody finds your pet to scan their tag? We have to escalate. We need to start proactively locating our pets using live GPS tracking devices connected over cellular networks. The speed advantage here is just undeniable. Studies indicate that by using GPS trackers, 30% of owners get their lost pets back in just a few hours. When your pet is out there on their own, every single minute feels like a lifetime. GPS collars give you the power to open an app and physically watch a blue dot move across a map in real time. It brings your search time down from days to mere minutes. It completely validates the investment.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer variety of top-tier GPS trackers currently dominating the market. You don't have to settle. You can choose based on your specific lifestyle. Look at the Tractive Dog 6. It gives you 14 days of battery and offers this really deep health and scratch monitoring for an ongoing monthly subscription. But hey, if you hate subscriptions, PitPat gives you weeks of battery life and wireless charging for a flat upfront fee. PawFit 3 has this brilliant base plate that actually alerts you if the device is somehow removed from your dog's collar. And Kippy, it boasts extremely powerful GNSS satellite accuracy.
A necessary detour, the AirTag illusion.
Okay, we need to aggressively bust a very dangerous myth right now regarding Apple AirTags and pet safety. Contrast a true GPS tracker like Tractive, which gives you unlimited worldwide cellular range and live tracking, with an Apple AirTag. Apple explicitly does not recommend AirTags for pets. Why? Because they do not have true GPS capabilities. They rely strictly on Bluetooth, pinging off nearby iPhones. If your dog runs into the woods or a rural area away from people with smartphones, an AirTag goes completely dark. Its maximum direct range is really only 6 to 25 meters.
But beyond those severe tracking limitations, there is a very real physical danger. AirTags are small and they dangle. That makes them an extremely high swallow risk, especially for medium and large dogs. Vets are increasingly seeing cases where swallowed AirTags actually require invasive surgery. Worse, if the tag breaks down in the stomach, the internal battery can leak and cause severe internal poisoning. Relying on an AirTag just gives you a false and potentially dangerous sense of security.
Ring 3. Extreme recovery, professional drones, and AI technology.
Moving past the collar tech, we arrive at the advanced professional tools, the stuff you desperately hope you never ever have to use, but absolutely must know about. Enter the thermal drones. This is incredible. Professional services like drone pet recovery and canines on call use these amazing unmanned aerial systems equipped with infrared cameras. They detect exposed surface heat differences. This makes them absolute game changers for efficiently scanning large fields, tree lines, and transition zones, especially at night or in low-light conditions. They can use zoom lenses to safely spot a heat signature and visually confirm if it's your pet, all without making loud noises and scaring a panicked animal away.
However, we really have to clarify a major misconception here. A thermal drone does not have X-ray vision. It cannot see through a dense tree canopy, thick brush, or solid walls. Because thermal cameras only detect exposed surface heat, a heavy layer of leaves can completely mask your pet's signature. That's why drone experts always emphasize that a no detection doesn't mean your pet isn't there. Drones are a really powerful layered tool, not a magic wand, and they work best right alongside traditional ground searches and scent tracking.
Let's move to and see how this builds into even smarter recovery methods. When dealing with heavily panicked animals, particularly cats, chasing them is pretty much impossible. That is where AI and automated trapping come in. Today, we have AI platforms using computer vision to instantly cross-reference uploaded photos of lost and found pets. On the ground, recovery experts use cellular trail cameras to quietly monitor a pet's route. This allows them to perfectly place smart cages equipped with automated doors triggered by internal motion sensors. It completely takes the guesswork out of catching a terrified animal.
But here is a critical point to remember. All of this million-dollar technology, the smart tags, the GPS, the thermal drones, the AI, is completely useless if you scare your pet away at the very last second. When a dog or cat is lost, they enter survival mode. They might not even recognize you. These behavioral steps are absolutely crucial for a safe physical handover. Never run, chase, or shout. You need to crouch down low, move very slowly, avoid direct eye contact, and draw them in using a familiar scent or high-value food. You have to let them make that final approach to you.
Which brings us to the most important question of all to end on. If your pet got out tonight, right now, would your current tech bring them home? I really want you to think about that. Don't wait until you're staring at an open door to figure out your recovery strategy. Take a look at your pet's collar today. Evaluate your passive tags, consider adding an active GPS tracker to the mix, and know what extreme recovery services operate in your local area. Proactively layer your pet's defense system today, because that peace of mind, it's priceless. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, stay proactive, and I'll see you next time.